Alfred did not know how Edgar and Alessandra had gotten to the point of wanting to marry one another, but he could tell how nervous she seemed. He smiled to ease her fears. After all, he was starting to like having her around. Alessandra felt her heart skip a beat when the door closed behind her.
I wasn't expecting you to show up. But if you did, breakfast time wasn't my guess.
Was I meant to come in the night? As a thief would?
Her boldness shocked him.
Let's get on to business, shall we?
Alessandra's heart was beating out of her chest. Could she really go through with this?
Alessandra lingered by the door, unsure how the Duke would react to her comment. To her relief, Edgar smiled softly. "I suppose if you had come by night, my men might have taken you for a criminal," he shrugged, gesturing to the vacant chair across from him. "Do take a seat. I'm most curious. How did you manage to leave your father's house, considering you are said to never leave? Did you deceive him, or did he permit you to come?" Alessandra carefully considered Edgar's words as she lowered herself into the chair. "I am not complicit with my father, Your Grace. In truth, he would never have consented to my visit. He would call me mad to think you would invite me into your home." "Does your father dislike you?" Edgar inquired bluntly. There was no use in circumlocution when the matter at hand was so pressing. "I do not think he dislikes me, no. He is simply ashamed of me. Who would want a daughter with a reputation like mine in a world such as this?" This comment cut the Duke in a peculiar way, causing a rare surge in sympathy. "It is the duty of a parent to love their child regardless," he said, his voice softening. "It is a pity you were born a baron's daughter. Were you born to a family of farmers, they would have cast you off to tend to the land, no doubt, but you would have known love in other ways." "If I were the daughter of farmers," Alessandra murmured, "they would have no need of me. Perhaps I'd be sold off to the highest bidder rather than hidden behind a mask." "Indeed. It is because you are Barrett's daughter that this has come to pass," Edgar remarked, his tone quiet but knowing. In high society, jealousy is a common ailment, particularly among young women. Alessandra did not argue, conceding his point with a brief nod. "Someone must have envied you greatly." "I can see that now," Edgar continued. "But tell me, why would one who has spent most of her life in hiding seek to marry someone as public as myself? Someone constantly in the spotlight?" "Truthfully, Your Grace," Alessandra said, her voice almost apologetic, "I never intended to ask you about marriage. It was merely a thought that slipped from my lips. I was searching for someone to marry, but I never imagined it would be someone of your stature." She took a breath and continued more earnestly. "I have considered 3 things, Your Grace. First, you value privacy, so I would not be burdened by constant social demands. Second, I could protect you from the attention of others, particularly from those who would seek to intrude. And third, you are a man who could exert control over my family should they become problematic." Alessandra had spent the previous night contemplating the practicality of such a marriage. A man of Edgar's influence would be the only one her father could not easily dismiss, and the mere thought of escaping her current home filled her with a sense of resolve. "True," Edgar mused. "I do prefer my privacy, though there are some occasions when social obligations are unavoidable. Family events or functions for business. How could I attend without my wife? It would be dreadfully dull if you remained in hiding." "You misunderstand, Your Grace," Alessandra said, meeting his gaze directly. "I never hid myself because I wished to. I did so because I was forced to. I would love to see the world, to attend parties, to dance and be seen. My confidence may be lacking, but I do not wish to live in the shadows anymore." Edgar observed her for a moment, a faint hum of contemplation escaping his lips. He murmured. "A week ago, I would not have entertained such an offer. But today I find myself curious. Let's see where this leads." He placed a paper before her, the elegant edges of the stationery catching the light. "What is this?" Alessandra asked, her gaze moving from the paper to him. "A contract," Edgar said smoothly. "If we are to proceed with this arrangement, it must have terms and conditions naturally." He pushed the paper, ink, and a quill toward her. "Shall we begin?" Edgar asked, his expression unreadable. Alessandra's pulse quickened. She had not expected him to agree so readily. "Is this too easy?" she wondered, her mind racing. She had thought he might question her further, test her more thoroughly. "What are you waiting for?" Edgar's voice broke her reverie. Do not trust me, Alessandra. Of course, she said, reaching tentatively for the quill. Then sign it and be free. This was her chance, to leave all the torture behind. Will Alessandra take the pen and sign it? Will the Duke keep his promise of protecting her? How will her father react to this?
Hey, I'm Alessandra. If you're wondering what happens next, download the Pocket FM app now and listen to the exciting episodes of The Duke's Masked Bride.